Gran Turismo, possibly the most iconic racing franchise in all of gaming history. Well, unless you're a Need for Speed glazer. But Gran Turismo has these cars called the Vision Gran Turismo concepts. Every so often, one of these makes its way from the virtual world where it was spawned into real life. This isn't one of those. It's a totally fictional car that's now been made even more fictional by making it into a fake model. It is still, however, and I maintain this, the best looking fake model I have ever seen. Look at this. I know I describe a lot of cars as looking like spaceships, but this makes them all look mundane. The interior also carries on this mentalism. It's like a sort of road-going jet fighter, helicopter, attack gunship thing. If I was 5, this is how I would design a supercar. It makes me feel childish, and that's possibly one of the best feelings it could have ever given me. I'm already liking this car. It is fictional, but Lamborghini have put out some information about it for how it would be if it were to make it into real life. They say it would have the same powertrain as the Sian. Now, the Sian's powertrain is interesting because they say it's a hybrid, but from what I can work out, they only call it a hybrid just to appease the environmental loonies. It's got a 6.3 litre naturally aspirated V12 in true Lamborghini fashion. And then it's got this sort of electric motor called a supercapacitor. That's one of the coolest names I've ever heard someone give to a thing. Supercapacitor. Very much 80s comic book, and I like that. But I've read about it so many times, this supercapacitor. And all I can work out is it sort of makes gear shifts nicer. Now, I don't know if I'm just completely incompetent, which is highly likely, but either this is possibly the cleverest trick Lamborghini's pulled, calling a car a hybrid just to shut environmentalists up, or they are high. Which, judging from the fact the way this looks, it's possibly a mix of both. Then again, what's Lamborghini without a bit of mentalism? Not Lamborghini, that's for sure. It's quick, but that's just because of where it is. It's a 240 mile an hour hypercar, I guess. Of course it has to be quick. My problem is that for a 240 mile an hour hypercar, it's not actually quick. It's quick in its own right, but not quick in comparison to its rivals. As with a lot of classic Lamborghinis, not the modern ones, but the classic ones, I think it's starting to fall apart when we look past its looks. And in the corners, it gets worse. Because I can't even drive it in third person because the way the suspension twists with the body makes me want to be sick. It's one of those weird, trippy mind things that makes your palms turn into blurry things. It slows down a lot in corners because it's got quite a bit of grip, which is a good thing. But it's also quite understeery. Very understeery, actually. It's a real shame that this is more of a classic Lambo than a modern Lambo. Ooh, okay. Drifting seems not bad. A little bit too pendulum-y, but that's what you get with four-wheel drive. But let's see. It certainly is easy, like I'm not struggling too much, but it also requires you to get a bit of a run-up, and to not use too much handbrake, otherwise it sort of spins. So yeah, not a bad drifter. Certainly easy, but takes a little bit of practice. So let's see how it is on the circuit. I'm not sure how it will be. I mean, yes, it was designed in a game all about racing on circuit, but, that game, yeah, let's not even go there. So I have no idea how it's going to be. I'm slightly worried, to say the least. But let's see. Off we go, off the line. Through the chicanes. Try and keep it close to the apex. Let it run a little wide at the exit. Nice. Wide through the junction. Wide to narrow through here. Whoa, nearly lost it. Pretty good. Okay, let's see. Use all the banking, then go down low. Right to the exit. Okay, 39.6. Could have been a bit better, but wasn't as bad as I was expecting. So in actuality, I don't like this car, but don't worry, because there's a much better car that you can get much easier in this event. The Lamborghini Sian. And that's even better because I actually bought it when the first time it came out. Which means that I bought it the way you're supposed to get it, rather than getting it for basically nothing and annoying all the players that bought it legitimately. Like when it came back in the Star Shops. Twice. Seriously, this car is going to become the next Bugatti Bollard, and I'm not happy about it. Nah, I'm just kidding, I couldn't give a either way, because I've got the OG wrap, which makes mine special. So, get this. Get the Vision GT as well, just because you'll never have the chance to get it again. But I probably wouldn't drive it. I'd rather be driving this. So, on that bombshell, thank you all for watching. And now I'm going to take this piece of epilepsy off your screens.